Maybe start. Under section 47A1 and under section 47A3, if the registering authority has reason to believe that the instrument of conveyance did not reflect the correct market value of the property, then the registering authority has the power to refer the same to the collector for determination of market value of the property, and the collector on reference under section 47A1 may determine the market value of such property in accordance with the procedure prescribed. Inquiry by the registering authority is a precondition for making reference to the collector for determination of market value of the property. The determination of market value without notice of hearing to parties is liable to be set aside when the registering authority finds that the value set forth in an instrument was less than the minimum value determined in accordance with the rules. In that event, the registering authority is empowered to refer the instrument to the collector for determination of market value of such property and the stamp duty payable thereon. When both the authorities, namely the registering authority and the collector, are vested with the discretion to decide regarding the market value of the property by the expression reason to believe, then whether it reflects the subjective satisfaction of the authorities concerned or it reflects the objective determination of the market value of the property. What is meant by reason to believe is the issue to be considered. Availability of material is the foundation or the basis for any authority to arrive at any decision whatsoever. The basis of a thing is that on which it stands and on the failure of which it falls, and when a document consisting partly of statements of fact and partly of undertakings for the future is made the basis of a contract of insurance, this must mean that the document is to be the very foundation of the contract, so that if the statements of fact are untrue or the promissory statements are not carried out, the risk does not attach. This has been interpreted in the case of Dawson's Limited versus Boning case. It has been rightly held in the case of Mohali Club, Mohali versus State of Punjab, reported in AIR that the registering officer, after registration of the document, can refer the same for adjudication before the collector in the belief. Duty is enjoined upon the registering officer to ensure that section 47A1 does not work as an engine of operation nor as a matter of routine, mechanically, without application of mind as to the existence of any material or reason to believe the fraudulent intention to evade payment of proper stamp duty. The expression reason to believe is not synonymous with subjective satisfaction of the officer. The belief must be held in good faith. It cannot be merely a pretense. It is open to the court to examine the question whether the reasons for the belief must have a rational connection or a relevant bearing to the formation of the belief and are not irrelevant or extraneous to the purpose of the section. The word reason to believe means some material on the basis of which the department can reopen the proceedings. However, satisfaction is necessary in terms of material available on record, which should be based on objective satisfaction arrived at reasonably. Rule 3 of the Tamil Nadu Stamp Rules 1968 is as under. The registering officer may also look into the guidelines register containing the value of properties supplied to them for the purpose of verifying the market value. The guidelines register supplied to the officers is intended merely to assist them to ascertain prima facie whether the market value has been truly set forth in the instruments. The entries made therein regarding the value of properties cannot be a substitute for market price. Such entries will not foreclose the inquiry of the collector under section 47A of the Act or allow the discretion of the authorities concerned to satisfy themselves on the reasonableness or otherwise of the value expressed in the documents. Form 1 of the notice prescribed under the Rules 1968 states thus, Form 1 of notice prescribed under Rule 4 of the Tamil Nadu Stamp Rules 1968. Please take notice that under subsection 1 of section 47A of the Indian Stamp Act 1899, a reference has been received from the registering officer for determination of the market value of the properties covered by an instrument of conveyance, exchange, gift, release of Benami right, settlement registered as document and the duty payable on the above instrument. A copy of the reference is annexed. 2. You are hereby required to submit your representation, if any, in writing to the undersigned within 21 days from the date of service of this notice to show that the market value of the properties has been truly and correctly set forth in the instrument. Stop.